Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be explaining to the best of my ability why people should not kiss before marriage. The first reason that people should not kiss before marriage is STDs. You can, in fact, get STDs from kissing. Kissing is not perfectly safe. A quick Google search will show you that you can get herpes from kissing someone on the mouth, and you can even get HIV if there's cuts in the mouth, if there's like open sores and stuff in the mouth. So why expose yourself to those dangers when you don't have to? If you end up kissing someone and then you end up not marrying them, let's say that you kiss them and then, okay, then they leave you and they go find someone else, you've just opened yourself up to all that contamination, that potential contamination, for nothing, because you're not even going to be with that person. So it was wasted, right? Let's say you did kiss someone, but you were married first, and then you found out they had a STD. At least you're married to the person now. So that's something out of the deal, versus if you just kiss someone who's single, and then they leave you, and then you're left single again. So now you have to expose yourself to another person if you wanted to find your potential relationship. And then you're just continuing exposure, more exposure and more exposure, the more people you kiss. So the idea is find someone you really like, that you really want to be with, and then don't kiss them until you've actually decided that you're going to be committed forever. That, to me, makes the most logical sense. And a lot of people in our world, they adopt this, like, buy it before you try it. That's their mantra. And so they want to have all the sex and the kissing and stuff, all that before marriage. A lot of people want to try it before they buy it because they're worried the person might be a bad kisser, or they're worried the person might be bad in bed or something. If someone plays that trick on you and says, hey, we have to see how we're sexually compatible before we get married, do you really want to be with someone like that would consider leaving you over something so petty as like, oh, maybe you're not the best kisser, or maybe you're not the best in bed? I mean, that is such a petty, stupid reason to not be with someone. And like, for instance, people could always learn how to kiss better. People can always learn how to get better in bed or whatever. So the fact that someone would want to try you before they buy you is so stupid. You shouldn't even want to be with someone like that, in my opinion. But the biggest reason that most people insist on kissing and having sex before marriage is because they are just completely lustful. They have no self-control. They have no patience. They want everything now. They cannot have any delayed gratification. And that is pathetic. And that shows a weakness of character in these people. I am not trying to argue that you should never consider being with someone who has kissed or has, I'm not arguing that. You can make exceptions if they're a great person. Maybe they're even not a virgin, but you could still, I'm not saying you should never make an exception for someone who has tainted themselves and is not pure anymore. Okay, yes, you can make an exception if they're an exceptional person, but you have to make that judgment for yourself. You have to decide if they're worthy of that kind of compromise. If they've been compromised sexually, and if they're not the purest they could be anymore, that is up to each of us people to decide if we want to do that, if we want to get with those people. Because there are a lot of people in the sexual marketplace who are totally contaminated. Judging from their sexual history, they have slept with tons of people. They have done horrible things, such as anal sex, and they could have all kinds of gross STDs. And you just have to decide, are they worth it? Are they worth that? And then, of course, I would recommend having them get an STD test just to make sure they don't have any, like AIDS, or, horrible diseases like that. And also what must be stated is that the sexual marketplace is so contaminated and everyone has all these STDs because everyone insists on breaking these rules. Everyone insists on having sex before marriage and kissing before marriage, and that is making everyone all gross. So there's not enough pure people to go around. For the pure people that have stayed pure, Okay, that's what I'm saying. And so the pure people end up having to compromise, which, that's fine, but it would have been better if everyone had just stayed pure. And another reason we have such a slutty, degenerate, immoral culture is because we have allowed the culture to stigmatize virginity. We have sat back for too long and let everyone just say, oh yeah, virgins they're kind of nerdy. Oh, virgins, they're kind of dorky. Oh, they're not cool. Virginity is stupid. It means you are a failure. That's what we've allowed people to do. They have tainted virginity and said that it's not a good thing. We have to reverse this trend and get people to realize virginity is a cool thing. Even kissing virginity, that's a cool thing too. We need to raise the bar for everyone and not stoop down to their level. Anyways, that's about it for this episode. That's all I really had to say on this for now. Stay pure. May you live forever. Just remember that's the most important thing, is living forever. If you have to make some sacrifices in order for your health and safety, then you should do it. Because there's nothing more important than living forever. There's nothing more important than that. So sacrifice these hedonistic pleasures and, this promiscuous lifestyle that everyone wants to engage in. Can you be willing to sacrifice that because you understand there's a greater priority here? That is eternal life, the most valuable treasure ever. And also, I am not making this video to shame people who have not remained pure. What's done is done. It's spilt milk at this point. What I want you to do is get right back on the bandwagon from this point on and make a commitment to being sexually pure for the sake of your eternal life. Don't bow down to the peer pressure that everyone is trying to manipulate you into losing your virginity, kissing, getting with a lot of different girls or a lot of different guys. Don't fall for the peer pressure. Don't fall for the herd mentality. Take the red pill. Thank you.